Well, hi there. So this is a simple pedagogy for warm-up. You can use this every day. You can use this before you're about to sing. It's based on the 5 principles or the 5 pedagogical steps of warming up. So we have body, breath, phonation, intonation, and registration. And I'll just walk us through those 5, and we'll start with body. It's always important to make sure that the upper body, the neck muscles and the shoulder muscles are as loose as possible. Some head rolls are always a great way to start. Head and neck rolls are always a great way to start. Being gentle, being sure not to hyperextend. Generally, I'd like to make sure that my chin can at least come near my collarbone. We also want to do some shoulder rolls to make sure that all of the joints in the shoulder and at the chest and in the upper back can hinge and float easily, so that the respiration in the upper part of the body is unobstructed and easy. It's always good to make sure that your feet are shoulder width apart and one foot is slightly in front of the other, so that you've got a good swivel in your hips. If all of the muscles can move from here to pretty much the top of your waist, you're likely to get the most efficient use of your breathing mechanism. All right, so that's body. So we should move on to breath. The breath exercises, what we'll do is we'll start by practicing vowels without actually phonating. So there's no sound. There's just breath. So we're going to do hu, he, and ha in order. Each one gets 4. So the first one is being sure to breathe in through the vowel shape that you are about to speak or sing. So the second one is he. There's 4 in a row. 5 is good too. And then we'll do the harder one, it's ha. So we're moving from the most amount of resistance in the mouth to the least amount of resistance in the mouth. So now we're going to do the ha version, which is If you'd like a variation on this exercise that will help you lift and activate the soft palate, you can add a K to the end of each one of these. So in the case of the oo, it would be k. And then of course or all right, so now we'll move on to something that creates resistance in the mouth through a consonant, through consonants. So first we're going to start with the front of the mouth consonants. We're going to do S, T, S, T, ch, 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 C, H, C, H, C, H. So it's S, T, S, T, ch, 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 S, T, S, T, ch, ch, ch. Great. Now we're going to involve the lips a little bit more with F, P, and K. We're going back to that consonant that raises the soft palate. So it's F, P, F, P, K, K, K. F, P, F, P, K, K, K. F, P, F, P, K, K, K. Great. And again, making sure that you breathe each time, swallow in between the exercises so that you're getting plenty of lubrication in the throat. All right, so that's body and breath. We're going to move on to phonation. Generally, I tell people to start in the upper mid-range and work their way down and then work their way back up. Phonation, this should be just about getting the voice, starting to move the voice, getting the vocal cords, starting to stretch them a little bit. And by stretch, I do mean stretch. We want to make sure that we're doing lots of glissandos, lots of slides in between notes to really stretch the vocal cords, give them a nice pull instead of just trying to snap them into position each time. So in this particular case, I'm going to start at around, we're going to start in E flat major, or D sharp if you want to get really fancy. This is E flat major, and we're going to do me. And I've got a nice open shape inside my mouth. I'm doing almost an oo vowel inside my mouth as I move to the E. So we're going, it's a hum, breathe in through the hum. Last one. Keep the vowel nice and bright. Obviously, I'm a little out of tune there. It's because I haven't quite arrived at the right placement for that E vowel. But that's what warming up is for. That's what practicing is for. All right, also making sure that you've got lots of buzz in the lips throughout that exercise with lots of hum. If I don't feed my cat right now, she's going to howl through this entire videotape. I'll be right back. All right, the cat is fed, we can resume. We've done some down on the phonation, and now we'll do some upward stretches. Again, it's really important to make sure that we get that glissando in, especially going in the upward direction, so that we get lots of stretch going up, especially as we go over those spots in the voice that need a little bit of extra attention, such as a register change. If we try to go over those register changes with discrete half-step changes, we're more likely to encounter a static break, rather than the dynamic break that we want to have as we go through the range, as we go through the full range of the voice. So I'm going to start fairly low. I am going to start, well, not as fairly low as I thought. This is D major, and we're going to go hum. You can also do this exercise very easily and very effectively on hung-ah. Hung. Let's stay with hung-ah. Here we go. Hung-ah. 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 A few more. Allow the voice to mix on top a little bit. I'm modifying the vowel a little further forward. And if you do decide to go further up in the range, I would choose a brighter vowel like E or I to hit those upper head voice notes. All right, so that's probably a good pair for phonation. a good pair of warm-ups to do for phonation. Another really easy one to do is ooey 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 ooey. Again, really concentrating on that ooey vowel combination. Ooey 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 ooey. So the W is a product of moving from the oo to the e. I think we often don't realize that W, that glide vowel W, is actually it's actually a form of oo. So we want to make sure that that W is well pitched as we pass through from the oo to the e. Make it a pitched glide vowel or glide consonant. All right, so we've done enough phonation. Let's move on to some intonation. Intonation is not as much about flat or sharp as people as you might think. It's actually about vowel placement. What we're talking about is tone quality, is making sure that the vowel is placed well and placed forward so that we get a good efficient use of the acoustic space in the mouth. Keeping the vowels out of the back of the throat mostly, unless that's called for. Making sure that the vowels are up front and forward. We're going to do this first exercise in a way that combines the activation of the soft palate that we talked about earlier and good vowel placement. So this one is key, K, key, K, key. I'm starting, this is F major, and we're going to go fairly low. And after we do the full set of key, K, key, K, key, we're going to do another one, same set of pitches on key, ka, key, ka, key. Ah is further back in the mouth. We want to work on keeping that ah as far forward as we can, using the same sort of resonant efficiency, the relationship to that feel-good place that the E has. So it's going to be key, ka, key, followed, or key, key, followed by key, ka, key. So here's key, K, and key, 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 key. Key, K, key, K, 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 key. Remember, brightness as we go down, not volume. Add brightness as we get lower in the range, not volume. Here's key, ka. Key, ka, key, ka, key. 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 And I pretty much went from F major down to about G major. Right, covering that full, the full range of the middle voice down into the chest voice. I don't think we need to go much lower than G. All right, so that's one of the intonation exercises. We can also do zing, 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 zing. Nice pitch to the Z every single time. Zing, 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 zing. 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 And there's an old favorite that I'd like to add to this that I just love. It's from the Laura Browning Henderson How to Sing, how to teach how to teach singing. Fla, fla, nee, fla, fla, nee, fla, fla, nee. Fla, fla, nee, fla, fla, nee, fla, fla, nee. Lots of F. Fla, fla, nee, fla, fla, nee, fla, fla, nee. Lots of E. Fla, fla, nee, fla, fla, nee, fla, fla, nee. Fla, fla, nee, fla, fla, nee, fla, fla, nee. Fla, fla, nee, fla, fla, nee, fla, fla, nee. Fla, fla, nee, fla, fla, nee, fla, fla, nee. Fla, fla, nee, fla, fla, nee, fla, fla, nee. Fla, fla, nee, fla, fla, nee, fla, fla, nee. Fla, fla, nee, fla, fla, nee, fla, fla, nee. Fla, fla, nee, fla, fla, nee, fla, fla, nee. And I'd like to add, just as a last one, this is sort of, and this should really borrow on that sort of Wicked Witch of the West tone quality. Ninga, 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 ninga. 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 Lots of tone in the mask. Ninga, 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 ninga. 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 You can also do this one on ningy. Ningy, 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 ningy. Ningy, 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 ningy. Ningy, 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 and so forth, and so forth, and so forth. All right. We should do some registration. So we'll do two sort of helpful registration exercises. One concentrates on using the breath to initiate tone across the registers, and the other actually connects the registers, working for a dynamic change of registration as we approach those registration events in the voice. So we'll start with fairly low. I'm in A major here. Ho, ha, ho, ha, ho. Lots of H, right? Lots of H. Use the H to initiate the tone every time. Ho, ha, ho, ha, ho. 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 Ho, ha, 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 ho. And I'm modifying the vowel the higher I get. I'm doing almost an as I get to the top end of my register. So if we were to go back and add the E sound, he, 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 he. And again, as I go up, I'm modifying, I'm bringing the vowel to a more neutral place in the mouth, in this particular case, I. We've got one more to do. We can do, let's do this on Oh How I Love to Sing. Again, I'm starting in A major. And as we go up, I'll probably change the words a little bit. We may do sigh, we may do live. I like that I vowel as we get up above the upper, into the upper registration event, change, so that we get a little bit more neutral, a little bit easier vowel to phonate with in those higher pitches. So it's Oh How I Love to Sing. 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 sing. Oh, how I live to 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 sing. And that's about what I've got. That's a G for me today, and that's plenty. So those are the basic warm-ups that'll get you through a 10 or a 15-minute warm-up every day, which is probably a good amount to warm up. For specific problems, for specific exercises, we can always generate something that will help you for something that you're working on in particular. But these are the best sort of general warm-ups that I could offer that fit into the body, breath, phonation, intonation, and registration sort of pedagogical regime. So that's it, and until next time.